Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to show you how I set up offline conversion tracking from Zoho CRM to Meta using server-side Google Tag Manager. And the most important thing here, I am not using any automation tool, Zapier, Mac and others. I am using the native Zoho CRM Workflow and Webhook, and then I am sending that data directly to my server-side GTM container. From server-side GTM, I am using the step Facebook conversion API tag to send the conversion event to Meta. So let's get started. You can see that Zoho form. If I go to the builder, I already created the form. That is, I am creating a new form. Here you can see that I am adding the first name, last name, phone, email, and FBCLID. So if I am go to this field, you can see that that is not appear on the form. So because FBCL ID, this is the basic piece of information I want to collect from the lead. The first four fields are normal customer information, but FBCL ID is different. I am creating this field because I want to keep the Facebook click information together with the lead. Now let me explain why I need FBCL ID. When somebody click a Facebook or Instagram advertisement, Meta can add a Facebook click ID to the landing page URL. It can look something like this. FBCL, that is equally some value. I want to capture this information and keep it the lead. Why? Because later when the lead moves through my CRM, I want to have the attribution information available when I send the conversion back to Meta. So my goal is from the Facebook click, that is collect the FBCL ID and lead, and I will try to send the Zoho CRM and the Zoho conversion, and finally it will create a FBCL ID field. So I am go to the settings to alias prefill alias URL. Here you can see that field label and field alias will be the FBCL ID. So now I am integrated the all information with the Zoho CRM. So go to the integration and Zoho CRM, and here you can see that module will be the lead and layout will be the standard. What is the layout? If I am go to the Zoho CRM, you can see that. So now I'm go to the settings to show that, and modules and field, and go to leads. Here you can see that standard. So our layout is standard, so I am selecting the standard. Now time to Zoho CRM to Forms CRM. One by one I am adding the all field mapping field with my form, that is the last name, first name, email, phone field. You can see that I'm one by one I have to adding all of field, but for the FBCL ID I have to adding the FBCL ID in the form. So I'm go to the standard. Here you can see the all field, so that you can see that I am adding the FBCL ID here. You can see that that is the single line, because I'm also adding the FBCL ID with the Zoho form to Zoho CRM, and that what allow me to continue using that information later in the conversion flow. So I am adding the field. So after adding the field, then I am find out the FBCL ID in the Zoho CRM. If I'm do not adding on here, that I do not find out the field mapping for the FBCL ID. I hope you understand. Then integrated, already I integrated it. So if I am testing on it in the field, I have to inspect the form to adding the dummy FBCL ID to test our FBCL ID are receiving or not. So I'm edit with HTML. So here I'm adding the FBCL ID equal to, that is 1 2 3 4 5 6, and enter. Now I am adding the fill up the form and submit it. Here you can see the FBCL ID. I am adding it, that is a testing purpose only. So here I have to find out the everything, first name, last name, email, phone, all of all of information I am able to sending to Zoho CRM to Zoho Form to Zoho CRM. So now I am just create the webhook from the Zoho CRM. So go to the settings and firstly go to the action, and here you can see the option. So I am go to the webhook, and here you can see that I am already creating the webhook. So if I go to details, then you can see the name. I am giving the name also, and if I go to the edit, then you will be understand each and everything. Name and method will be the get. If you can also adding the post after, if you are using the post method, then you have to use the JSON format, but I am going to the easiest one, so that I am go to the get, and also the URL. URL means I am using the step server-side step platform. So if I go to the settings, here you can see that I am using this URL to use that. So I am adding on it, and /pro, the information are carrying by this URL that is sending to the server side. So for the webhook URL, I am using my server-side GTM first-party tracking domain. This domain point to my server-side tracking infrastructure. The reason I am using the first-party tracking domain is that I want my server-side tracking endpoint to be properly configured under my own tracking domain. So this webhook will send the CRM information directly to my server-side GTM endpoint. I hope you understand. So for this webhook, I am using the, I already told you, that is the get method, and I am adding the all parameter, that is lead ID, because I want to sending the even this parameter to my server container, so that I am adding the lead ID. You already show that you already seen that that's all parameter I am see on the standard section in the Zoho CRM. So first name, that will be the first name, last name, email, phone. Just I am adding the one thing, that is the lead status. Lead status. This lead status I am adding as a trigger in the server container. You can see before, you can see after the setup. So you can just, if I am just one thing plus, here you have to adding the parameter name, that is the lead, and from here you can just adding the parameter value. So I'm already done it, so I am remove it from here. And in the preview URL, I already told you, by this URL I am sending the all information Zoho CRM to my server container. So you can see that lead ID, first name, last name, all of that, phone and email, FBCLID, all of information I am able to sending to the server. So done it, so save it. And now time to the workflow, because you know that I have to adding the as a condition for the webhook. So again I am go to the settings, to then I am go to the workflow rules, use the workflow rules. So if I go to these rules, you can see that field are sending the specific parameter, and lead status any value, and as a conditions I am using the lead status, that contains will be the connected, and webhook will be the, and I am adding the this webhook, and lead status contains connected, and instant action will be the webhook, that is the our webhook we have to create, just I am adding on it, then save. So I'm not changing anything, so it is not take the changes. So I'm back on the webflow rules. So now I am go to the, so in the admin section, that is my server container URL, in the admin section I am adding our step first party domain URL. If I am go to the container settings, you can see that I am adding on it already. So back to workspace, and here I am adding the client, and in the client Zoho client, I am adding the client on it that are receiving the data from CRM, Zoho CRM to GTM server container, and and now I am testing it. So just I am go to the Zoho CRM, and I am just change the status because my condition is when the lead status are connected, the tag will be the fire, or the information will be appear on the GTM server container. So just I am select the connected and click the tick mark and go to my preview. Here you can see that Zoho client request will be the all receiving the post receiving the FBCLID also and lead status. If I go to the event data, here you can see that I am find out email, event name, FBCLID, first name, last name, lead ID, and also the phone. So I have to receiving the all data. Now I am using this event data for Facebook offline conversion tracking. So I am go to the tag, and before you have to connect it the step connection, that is the Facebook also, that is the disable it and do not use the pro version. Here you can see the Meta, you have to connect it the Meta firstly because I am using the step. So go to tag, and that will be the override because I'm do not using the as a client GA4. So I'm selected the override, and custom will be the event will be the you can easily adding the event name, that is lead status, and physical store, no, that is the website. So I am select the website, that is the pixel ID, you know that API access token, test ID, you can adding it. And so here you have to adding the user data one by one. So email, you are just adding the event data because you have already the event data. Just here you have to adding the email. If I am adding the, just I'm showing you. So you have to go to the plus sign and create the new event data variable. That is the easy process, you know that event data. And here I am just adding the email. So that is the email. So I have to save it. That is a simple process already know. And if you are new on this field, you can go to my YouTube channel. Here lots of video you have to find out to how to set up Facebook conversion API, how to set up Google Tag Manager, and all of information you have to find out from it. And if I go to the second one, phone, the same process, you just go to the plus sign. And also I already told you here you have to find out the event data. So copy the phone, that is our event data. We have to send in with this event data and phone, that will be event data phone, save it. So one by one you have to adding it. So if I go to the trigger option, that is the important thing that I want to show you. Here you just you know that is the custom event, and event name that will be the equals Zoho client status, that is our email. I already I'll shown you. You can see that is the Zoho client status. So event name will be the Zoho client status. So I am adding this name, and Zoho lead event will be the equal to the connected. When the lead are connected, when lead are converted, the trigger will be the fire on the CRM. If I am back to the CRM, the data lead status, when the lead are connected, that then the event is fire. So you can also adding the pre-qualified or just lead, any kind of conditions you have to apply on it. Where you are from done it, just go to settings again and go to the workflow rules, and that is our workflow rules. So if I'm open it, so you can change the lead status. You just adding the plus sign. You can also create the lead status contains or pre-qualified or whatever you have to adding the condition on it. So I am as a trigger, but one thing, so I'm do not using the premium version, so I do not show the full process. But if you are using my process, using this process, that will be the working perfectly. If I summarize all of that, we started with the Zoho form, we created the FBCLID field, we hiding this field, we configured the FBCLID alias, we connected Zoho CRM with, we connected Zoho form with Zoho CRM, we mapped the all field, then we created the Zoho CRM Webhook. We passed the lead information and FBCLID to server-side GTM. After that, we created Zoho CRM Workflow Rules. So our condition was lead status contains connected. When the condition is met, Zoho triggers the webhook. Server-side GTM receives the event. Then the step Facebook conversion API tag send the conversion event to Meta. So that is the whole process. I don't need Zapier or Make for this workflow. If you are working with Zoho CRM and Facebook or Instagram advertising, this setup can be very useful because you are not only tracking the initial form submission, you are also sending a single based on what happened to the lead inside your CRM. If you found this tutorial helpful, please like this video and subscribe the channel, and let me know in the comments if you want me to create more tutorials about uh, more offline conversion tracking. I will try to provide you. So thanks for watching this video. I will see in the next video with a new topic. Take care. Bye bye.